Hey everybody, this is Willie. Within the next few months, I'm going to start doing a crowdfunding campaign. As if you know, for people who's been watching this, for watching my channel for a bit, I've talked about a animated web series I've been working on for a while called Franco Noir, and I basically kind of, after thinking about stuff, I decided to try and set up and do right a crowdfunding project, which will launch in about 2 months, maybe a little bit more. Now, here's the thing. Aside from just doing the, just kind of just announcing it, because it's like, a great thing to do for in terms of transparency and even just making some extra content that can help, people out, is just kind of going through the process. So here you go. So here's the thing you can find on Indiegogo. They give you basically it's like a launch calendar, and if you look closely, they give you things to do, day by day. Some of the stuff I've already kind of did when I was toying with doing crowdfunding. This right now, well, I'm kind of doing day one and day two together, since I'm gonna be pretty busy tomorrow. But this is basically, it's like, start your social media so you can get and you can start collecting emails of interested people, and follow influencers and stuff. And I've kind of already done that. And this thing is to read the email the email outreach success document. Okay, so 4 steps to email outreach success. Email outreach is a powerful way to build early momentum of your Indiegogo campaign. We find it plays a critical role in raising the first 30% of your funding goal from your host committee before you officially launch your campaign. Now the thing is one of the things I was reading, and one of the things I've also heard too, is that according to Indiegogo, they straight up say you need to, when you come up with how much you want to raise, it needs to be something that can, where 30% of your goal needs to be reached within the first 2 days to be successful. And I'm gonna be honest, that was the big kicker for me in trying to do it. Like, that 30% of your goal, that's what I was very unsure. Like, I would have done this months ago if I was more confident about it. Anyway, let me continue reading, okay? This way, when a wider audience visits your page, they'll see your project already has a strong base of support and will feel more comfortable contributing it to themselves. So, to help ensure your early email outreach is successful, follow these 4 steps. Number 1, assemble a team. Our data shows that Indiegogo campaigns run by 2 or more people raise 94% more than those run by individuals. Aside from helping lessen the workload, having multiple people on your campaign team also gives you access to more personal networks, and those networks includes more contacts. If you can't assemble a permanent team, even asking friends to help temporarily can make a huge difference in your crowd. Even asking friends to help temporarily can make a huge difference to your campaign launch. I'm totally leaving it in. This is kind of funny. Build your outreach list. Establish a network of supporters, and that's part of where that mailing list thing comes from. Once you assembled your campaign team, each member should identify a network of early supporters they can reach out to. Leveraging contacts from Gmail, Facebook, Twitter, and other social channels is a great first step toward building these lists. Divide your network into groups. The first is your host committee, and the second is your early supporter network. A host committee is a group of people who are passionate about your product and are committed to contributing and or emailing their networks on your behalf. They're also the ones you can count on to raise your first 30%. An early supporter network is a much larger group that includes anyone who might be interested in your project. Compile a media list. Explore Indiegogo campaigns similar to yours to see which resources they leverage for press. Then use our marketing workbook to record contact information for relevant blogs, publications, and websites. From there, source your network for personal connections to outlets you'd like to reach. Number 3, designing your templates. You should create at least 3 different templates for 3 different mailing lists: your host committee, your early supporter network, and the media. Each template should include an inviting introduction, include the person's name and include the person's name, an individualized greeting, and 1 sentence explaining why they have a personal stake in your project. Set the stage with a genuine tone. Your story. This is your chance to get personal. Explain why your project matters to you, including events on major turning points that led to your campaign are great details for further investing your audience in your journey. Not to sound really cynical, sorry, that's also part of the reason why I want to make this vlog of sorts. Because I'll be honest, way I always see it personally is that you shouldn't be like, well, why is this story important to you? It should kind of be of like, well, no, this should be important. It's like, it's important to me. It's obviously important to me because I'm kind of passionate about it and I'm talking about it. But I should try and convince you why you think you should find it important. And so for me, it's like, I don't think that way of like, I should tell you why it's important to me. I don't think that way. So it's kind of, well, I shouldn't say that. It's hard for me to think that way. So if I'm putting it in here and talking to you, and if I'm basically being conversational and like just telling you how, telling you what's up, maybe I could hear it enough times where I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I should say. But anyway. Go. Forest. Oh, this is the. Oh, wait. Okay, so here's your 4 steps. Wait. So your story, an invitation, point out the values you share with your audience, and then show how these values relate to your project. Make your audience unable to deny its investment in your project success. Call to action. Clearly state 1 thing your audience can do to help your campaign and provide them with the single necessary link, template, or information to do so. Graphic. While not necessary, graphics go a long way toward conveying the more complicated information your campaign might entail. And lastly, create an outreach schedule. Once you have your templates in place, create an outreach schedule and put them to use. Your host committee. Reach out to your host committee a few weeks in advance and ask them to contribute and email their networks the day your campaign goes live. A launch party is a great way to stoke excitement about your project. Early supporter network. Reach out to your early supporters a few days before your launch, then again right after you go live. Securing funding early from this group is another great way to build momentum. Media. We recommend that campaigners hold off on a media outreach until they've gained substantial early momentum. Reporters are more likely to cover your story if they see it as successful. Finally, marketing services such as MailChimp and scheduling plugins like Boomerang can help enhance your outreach, though it's again worth noting that a direct personalized email is always the most appreciated approach. So that's that. So that's what my dumbass needs to do. So I'm gonna leave that today. I reached out to ask a few people for their advice and like how to be able to do like the thing, because to get like that kind of early email, like that early email, like to kind of be able to ask get like that people to email, like do like a marketing email thing to be like, hey, I'm gonna email, like email for alerts and stuff. That's what I'm trying to where it doesn't sound creepy. And yeah, you guys take care. And basically in that little calendar thing, this is day 1 and day 2. We'll talk more because there's a few things I want to kind of talk to you more, like, so it's like not just like, oh hey, here's the stuff for the Indiegogo campaign. Like I mean, because to be honest, any good story, it shouldn't just be like a straight up road trip. You should, you should hear the uncomfortable stuff where it may not even put me in the best light, but you should hear the uncomfortable stuff. But we'll talk about that later. I want you to have a good day or night or whenever you see this, and take care, and wish me luck.